Morning everybody, it's day 14, which means it must be a Thursday. This is Furøy camping, and today I think I'm going to visit a glacier and we're going to get to Saltstraumen. So join us, see where we get to today. So with that, we're straight on the road nice and early, and already we've got amazing scenery just as we get out of the campsite. Look at that fjord. So of course we're back onto Route 17 here, so we're starting at Furøy and we're doing the top half of the Helgelandskysten. And that'll take us up towards Bodø. That's our route today, 144 k's in 2 hours, but it'll take all day. And that's because just outside Furøy camping here is a place called Holland with one L. And we're going to stop there. Usual routine, as soon as I go past the shop on the morning, get stuff for lunch. Oh, these pecan things are delicious, dangerously delicious. Right, let's go to Holland. That there, if you can just see it, is the tongue of the glacier. So I've just stopped at this point here. This is the Svartisen Glacier, and as it says, Svartisen is northern Norway's largest glacier, encompassing 400 square kilometres with a maximum thickness of 600 metres. So the Svartisen Glacier is only accessible by ferry boat. We've got to get the boat from Holland, which is the port just around these couple of corners here, and then it's about a 3 or 4 kilometre walk. So we're all prepared. Let's get to the boat. So that is the tongue of the Svartisen Glacier, and just over there, which you probably can't see now because it's disappeared in the rain, is another area of it, and it's like got a real good blue colour to it. So we're going to the boat goes in about 20 minutes, so hopefully we'll go and have a look. So Engenbreen is the boat that takes us across. It's about a 10-minute crossing. I think we just pop around that island. There's the glacier. I was thinking the boat was going to dock over there, but it's not. So we've got to walk around here. It's 3 kilometres. The guy said it takes 3 hours for a round trip. And there's the boat. That 10-minute boat trip took half an hour. And you can see the rain coming in down the fjord up there. It's a crazy place for weather. So we set off from Engenbreen, which is the docking point, and we'll walk around the outside of the lake. You can see it here, the Engenbreen cafe in the top left. 33 minutes and 2.7k. Took a bit longer than that. The paths were pretty flat for the first half of it, although when you get a fork in the road you've got to check which way to go. That's where we want to go, Engenbreen. Oh, that's the moose place. Oh, unfortunately I can't go and kiss a moose today. That's a shame. It's closed. Oh well. It was only 100 kroner as well. Oh, I'm really disappointed now. I really wanted to go and kiss the moose, pay 10 quid for the privilege. Anyway, on to the business of glaciers. When you get in there, it's starting to get pretty rocky now. That's where those push bikes have been left there. We got the waterfalls, and looks like we're off road for the last section. This is definitely the off-road section. You can see the path zigzagging around, and then it goes up the hill. You can see the rope chain and goes all the way up there. So this track is evil slippy. All of these rocks are all completely polished, and there's no steps or anything. There's this chain which you can pull yourself up on, but man, it is slippy. So on the path, there's these rocks with a blue line on. So I'm just following those. The first 3 kilometres of this path are a piece of cake. They're just a flat path. This last 1 kilometre is over this sort of terrain, and it's very, very difficult. And the rocks in places are very slippy. So I'm going very slowly. This is far harder than Precustolen was. This last kilometre's a killer. But look at the views. So you come over the top, following it, and there's a sign. And you think, oh, I'm at the ice. And then you realise the ice is over there, and you're not going there because of ice carving. So this is it, we are here. We have made it to the Svartisen Glacier. That is the little fella, all 400 square kilometres of him. That says 4.5 kilometres from the ferry, that's about right. This has taken me, and I can knock on a bit, this has taken me 1 hour and 10 minutes. So it's no easy going at all, and I was on me all fours for parts of that. So I'm just stood here looking at the glacier. And I don't know if you can see this, right there, there's 4 people ice climbing. That's insanity. That just puts it in perspective how big that is, because those people might not even show up on the video. Crazy. Right, I'm going to find a spot for a picnic. If you look all the way down there, the other side of this lake, that's the harbour that we went into. So that's 4.5 kilometres away, allegedly. It looks a lot further than that from here. Anyway, that's where we've got to get back to later. Well, with all that climbing nonsense out the way, it's picnic time. We've got potato chips, we've got the dried bread crackers, we've got chicken in Mary Rose sauce with sweet corn and onions and stuff. We've got an apple and all sorts of bits. Oh, we got an orange as well. So what better place to have a picnic? I'm going to look that way for half of it and that way for the other half. Pretty good. So that's it. That is the Svartisen Glacier, viewed from 168 metres. Been there, done that, back to Wilbur. You wouldn't have thought ice could do so much damage. Follow the blue lines, Richard, follow the blue lines. Yes, I wouldn't like to do this if it was below 0. This would be evil. But look at that view. but where's everybody else? It's like, it's such an amazing place to be without having hordes and hordes of people. Great. I'm glad I timed it when I did. A last look back at the glacier there. Looks pretty good in blue. I can't see those people anymore. I wonder where they got to. Well, I got back down in 50 minutes, which was quicker than I thought it would be. And yeah, it got warmer and warmer. Funny how the temperature changes. You know, there it was warm when I was going up, then the wind turned and it came off the glacier and the temperature dropped 10 degrees straight away. And now it's warm again coming down here. And the boat should come popping around the corner there soon to drop some more tourists off, and we'll jump on it and take it back to Wilbur. I'm glad I put my boots upside down before I set off on that trip, because otherwise they'd be full of water now. So it's about 2 hours up the rest of Route 17, and that also completes the Helgelandskysten. That's it, we've got our gear on. Let's go to Saltstraumen. Well, this bridge is the Saltstraumen Bridge, or Saltstraumen Brua, and this marks the end of Route 17, the Helgelandskysten. That's it, we've done it. This bridge, 768 metres long, it's 41 metres above the sea there. Yes, it is the sea, and it's 160 metres on the widest span. But this takes us down to our campsite, which is just on the exit of this bridge. And there's a very good reason we've camped here in Saltstraumen rather than Bodø, which is the next city along. That'll do. He had no small cabins left, only these ones, which are the upgraded ones, with the shower and everything else inside, and he's given me this for 2 nights at the same price as the small one that has none of the facilities, and we've got a kitchen and stuff in here, and we've just finished Route 17. But well, you've seen the cabin from outside. This is the little cabin from inside. It's all he had, so that's okay. We've got chair and table and sofa and a small kitchenette area. That'll do. We've got stuff cooking, so I'm just boiling up some water there. We've got, well, I'll have half of this, Uncle Ben's jasmine and basmati rice, along with some local, and I thought I've got to try something local at least, some local salmon with some sort of spicy stuff in it. I think it pepperoni chili or something, I don't know, and I'm going to put it with a bit of oyster sauce, and that'll be delicious. There's me porridge for breakfast. And this was the cabin, you know, I got the deal on, so we've got a toilet area there and 4 bunks, so I can take me pick tonight. I can have whichever bunk I want, but it's warm, it's dry, and it's got what we need. We're at Saltstraumen, and that marks the end of the Helgelandskysten. This is the northerly point of it. We've done it from one end to the other, 630 kilometres and 6 ferry crossings. I mean, in 630 k's, you're not going to get a perfect road for all 630 k's, absolutely not. There's probably 30 or 40 k of this road that are going through towns. There's a lot of traffic. But overall, the scenery on that route, the Route 17, is spectacular. Pretty much all the way, whether it's the mountains, the glaciers, running along the coast. You've got fjords, you've got the sea, we've got all the rolling hills, and the traffic was generally very, very quiet. I mean, there was times on the road where it's taken me 3 days to do it. In the last 3 days, I've been the only vehicle for miles and miles in front and behind. I think it's, as a route goes, it's excellent. It's better than most of the tourist routes that they've got. And what would I say if I was going to score it? I'm going to give it, for the scenery and the route it takes you and across the boats and the adventure of it, I'm going to give it a 9. It doesn't have the switchback hairpins and the big mountain climbs. That's the only reason it drops a point. Our turning point is Bodø, and that is 30 kilometres north. So tomorrow I'm going to visit the town there, and I'm going to be a tourist. I've booked in here for 2 days. We can just have a bit of a rest day really, so we're going to ride 30 k's north, park Wilbur in Bodø, and we've got a few different places to visit. So join us next time when we watch the world's fastest tidal current at Saltstraumen. We visit the historic buildings at the Nordland Museet, Kystriksveien Museet. We tried to visit the tourist office, but it's closed. We go to the Bodø City Museum, the Nordland Museet, and in there we see the largest Viking ring brooch that's ever been found, and quite amazing it is too. We also see their very large collection of tinned fish. We then head off into town and get some lunch at the Hundholmen Brewery, which was very nice. And then we see an amazing double rainbow that literally looks like it ends where we stood. All that and more next time on Wilbur's Arctic Adventure.